What's up, guys? I know it's been a minute, but I missed you and I wanted to make a video today and let's get into it. But before we do that, how have you all been? How has this year been treating you so far? Let me know in the comments. I really want to know. I'm happy that you guys follow me and I'm glad to new subscribers because we definitely got 2 new subscribers on the channel. So I'm very grateful for that. And I hope I enjoy my content because I love talking about love, the good, bad, and the ugly. And a lot of times it don't really be given good, not all the time, right? But I always have some amazing advice. You got to go through things to give pretty good advice, and you got to see things from different perspectives. So, Valentine's Day is a couple days away, and I know the guys hate to hear it, right? So, let me give my first tip first. I'm going to do a tip first before I even get into the whole video. My first tip is this: if you're single, men or women, go out on Valentine's Day. I say this all the time. I said this last year. Go out on Valentine's Day. Let me tell you, single people are still out on Valentine's Day. If you're a guy, you and your friend get together and go out to the bar because there's gonna be ladies there, people that y'all can mingle with and get to know, and maybe next year y'all be Valentines, right? And ladies, you heard what I said. Go to the bar. That's where the guys are at. When they single, they go out with their buddies and they just go get a drink and go chill. Go. Single people are out on Valentine's Day. I'm telling you this. I promise you this, right? So get up and go. Do not sit around. Don't sit in the house making yourself sad. Let me tell you, the if one man don't do it, another will. And that go for guys too. If one female won't do it, another one will. Get stepping. Stop playing around. Let's go. So, the topic we're going to talk about today is when people really don't align with you, right? And I know it's probably going to sound real crazy because this is exactly what we're about to talk about. So, I was talking to this guy for a while. I like him. In certain aspects, we align, right? Or we have a lot of things in common. That's what I'll say. We have a lot of things in common in certain aspects. In other aspects, we don't, right? I'm not passive, especially after my last relationship, and I'm just not that, right? I didn't say a lot of stuff then just for the sake of like keeping things kind of together, right? And that's a trauma response from childhood, right? Always fix childhood wounds. If you could acknowledge what they are, do your best to fix them. I'm gonna say that straight up for the most part. Do your best to fix them. If you acknowledge what they are, don't acknowledge it and hold on to it. You acknowledge it and you work through it because that's a part of healing. So anyway, this time around, ain't none of that shit. So I don't bring up holidays when I'm dealing with guys. I like to see they take on it first. Let me tell you this: anybody, whether man or woman, when y'all have conversations, that's why I always talk about conversation, especially in my earlier videos, how important it is to talk. Sometimes you don't have to say a lot for people to tell you exactly who they are. That's all I'm gonna say. Do with it as you will, okay? And you gotta start learning the cues, and you gotta start listening. It don't be all glitter and gold. I don't care how good they look, how good they smell, if their skin's so soft. It's in the conversations all the time. So anyway, and actions speak louder than words. Okay, clock that T. Anyway, I usually don't bring up holidays with no guys. For my last relationship, we was two, we was two people. We were single. We was parents. I about to say single parents. We was parents. We didn't have a lot of money when we was dating, right? And we was young. But Valentine's Day was not never on my ex boyfriend's to do list ever, like ever, right? And me, I'm not a person to pressure you into doing anything for me. But let me tell you this: I pay attention. So if it's something I don't like, best believe I'm going to mention it, right? But back in my old relationship, I really was just trying to keep the peace, but I pay attention because that's just who I am. And I move like that too. So I definitely do. I will not pretend with nobody. I definitely move like that. But I treat you like you're supposed to be treated. And I do the right thing, right? I let God deal with you. Anyway, so this new guy, we've been talking for a minute, and I had brought up, he had said he was going to come see me. I said, okay, cool, that's what's up. Okay. And so I was like, oh, you not low. You trying to come see me before Valentine's Day. You going to be with your boo. Me, I like to make jokes. I'm not a sensitive female. Nothing really don't bother me. Because I really take everything with a grain of salt. 9 times out of 10, anything I say, I already know what's going on. Right? I just be trying to figure out when the fuck you going to catch up. Because I'm like, you can't be kidding me, right? No. Okay. So anyway, and I'm telling you, if y'all don't be taking nothing, I know y'all like Sasha always got a little sidebar. If y'all don't ever take nothing out of a past relationship that really broke you down or hurt you, and you ain't take nothing from that, you ain't learn no lessons, baby, you gonna run back into that shit again. You gotta start acknowledging, learning the lessons, and moving forward, and actually putting in changes in place as you move forward in your life. Like you can't keep doing the same thing. Me, once I clocked that T, I was not with none of that. I never been with any of that, so to say, but you have to go through things to know how to handle things. So that's what I will say. So never tell people what you won't deal with or it would never be you, because it will be you and you will have to deal with it to some capacity, right? And excuse me, but at some point you will grow from that. You should, at least. If you don't, that means that you wasn't getting what God was putting down. I'm gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you ain't learned from past situations when God was dropping them hints, that's some on you shit. Okay. Anyway, so I said that little comment like, "Oh, you must be going to be with your boo." So he's like, "Oh, here you go with that Valentine's Day stuff again." I don't celebrate Valentine's Day, right? So I'm very vocal, right? I've been single for 6 years, I'm gonna say, yeah, about 5 or 6 years now. I'm very vocal with what I'm looking for. I was vocal in that relationship too, but I'm very vocal with what I'm looking for, right? Never give nobody the benefit of the doubt and expect them to do right by you, right? That is whether man or woman. So this is not a biased video at all. This is for literally men or women. Take it as you will. Never give people the benefit of the doubt, and don't listen to people that be like, you gotta give them the benefit of the doubt. No, you don't. Do not. Do not. Especially if you're not a great listener, especially if you don't have a lot of discernment, especially if you don't pay a lot of attention. Don't do the benefit of the doubt shit, and don't feel bad thinking because you not good with picking people that is something wrong with you. No, you just don't know how to do it, and that's okay. Don't feel no type of way, right? But you have to stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. So if you're gonna do anything, just don't do that. Don't do that, because they will doubt you. Fuck, it ain't never gonna be no damn benefit. So they gonna doubt you every time. I hate to say it, but that's the harsh reality, and I think people don't realize that. In conversation, in situations, you can tell how people handle life, right? By how they handle shit, basic daily shit, how they conversate with you, the conversations and shit that they be saying that they don't say. Okay, so you have to learn how to go through that shit, and it sometimes, I know it sounds so like it's so much, it's really not. That's why I say communication is key. Let people talk and you listen. You gotta learn to listen, and you gotta learn to read in between the lines, right? But you also gotta know people will lie. People will lie, right? And so anyway, that's what he has said. So I said, oh, I don't ever remember mentioning it to you, because that's what he said. Here you go with that Valentine's Day. I said, I never remember mentioning it to you. So y'all know I have a clothing brand. So I actually, when we always talk about my business, right? Not all of, like, it's not just about me, but we always talk about my business in the conversation somehow. So the only time I brought up Valentine's Day, because I'm funny like that, right? I be wanting to see if you're gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm gonna see if you're gonna bring it up, right? And if you don't, it's cool. It's noted. Like, I pay attention, right? So I was like, when I ever mentioned that to you? I said, screenshot the text that I ever mentioned Valentine's Day to you, outside of my business, my photo shoot that I was doing, that I did, right? Well, I'm saying that I did to y'all, but at that point when we was talking, I was like, other than the photo shoot that I'm gonna do. So when did I ever mention that to you or ask you for anything? right? Mind you, my thing started off as a joke, like it really wasn't that deep. But the context of how I received it and how he put it down, I received it exactly how it sounded, right? So I was like, but that's noted. That's exactly what I said. But I said, but it's noted, right? Ladies in the comments, tell me how you feel about a man that don't celebrate holidays. Are you one of those girls that be like, I don't really care, honestly, because I don't believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that you people pleasing. Don't people please, right? If something you in this world, in this time for men and women, if it's something you like, you need to stand on that shit. You don't put your shit to the side because somebody else don't like it, because you will find somebody that will do exactly what you're looking for. Men too. That's it. That's all, right? So he was like, oh, he had his little comment like, oh, what he said? Some other shit he said. But I said, no, he said, you said it. I said, no, I didn't. I said, no, I didn't. I said, I didn't say it. I said, I didn't ask you anything about Valentine's Day. You said you was going to come see me. And I said, oh, I see what you're trying to do here. That's exactly what I said. So this is the first time I ever mentioned that to you in the first place. And I said, I don't remember asking you for shit, right? Or anything like that. But it's noted, right? So from that moment, I already knew you was a dub. You was finished. You was done, right? The reason why I say we don't align is because for me, I am a giver. I will not lie to nobody. If I fuck with you and I deal with you, you spoiled. That's top. That's gonna be top of it, right? My kids spoiled, top. I'm right under my kids, and I'm not about to lie to nobody. And my person is right behind me. So when you fucking with me, you good. You gonna always be good. Like I don't miss nothing, but that's how I was raised. So I don't miss no holidays. I don't miss birthdays, Christmas, none of that shit, right? But I'm a giver. That's me. I believe one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face, right? So at the end of the day, I just feel like everybody should be celebrated, whether you're a man or a woman, on Valentine's Day as well. Because if you was my man, you're gonna be spoiled, right? So, but it was noted. That's exactly what I was noted. But I know that you was done, because I'm like, at the end of the day, I will be giving away something that I like to fuck with you. And I'm not willing to do that. And I don't think you're worth all that, right? I actually don't think nobody's worth all that, right? I did that before. I'm not going to do that again. It's not worth it. It's no benefit for me. And that's why I said, saying if you're one of those girls that it don't bother you because you always get disappointed. Baby, I've been disappointed in the whole relationship for 11 years. Please stop. Baby, somebody will do it because somebody did before, but we ain't gonna clock that to you right now. Okay? I don't play. But realistically, it's just how people view things, right? So for me, it's important. Holidays is important to me. So if you even miss my birthday, I don't want to fuck with you. And it's not about what you spending. And I think that's where the problem and the confusion lie. And nobody really should have to tell you that, because you kind of could tell what kind of person you got, how you treat them, right? So for me, it's not how much you spent, because money don't buy love. Money will not change how I feel about you. Nothing you do materialistic for me will change how I feel about you. I'm real honest with that. I have to like you for who you are, period. If I do not like you for who you are, nothing behind that will change my mind. So you can hold on to your money. That's how deep I am. I don't even play like that, because I know how I am about my money, and I know how I am about my time, and I know how I am about my feelings. So at the end of the day, me taking money from you and having fake feelings for you just will never work for me, right? So and this is a guy I have not slept with, and we not in a relationship, we just talking. But I feel like, let me tell you my take on Valentine's Day. Whether you're in a serious relationship, you're just trying to get to know somebody or whatever, if you're dealing with somebody who has kids, right? Once Christmas come and we already tapped out, you shouldn't be. You should be spending responsibly, but we're gonna be realistic. You already tapped out. The holiday time came. You done paid all your bills. January was a long ass month. You kind of getting right back in the groove around February, right? Valentine's Day is one of those moments where you kind of show somebody a little extra affection, right? A lot of times it's a lot of loss around holiday time. People experience like little emotional things around Valentine's Day. I mean, excuse me, around the holiday time period. So Valentine's Day is a nice, like a really nice day to show your little gesture in love. Like, even if you just start dating somebody, I think that's a good time to solidify the relationship, regardless if it's like this not our anniversary, but this is a good time to like kind of show you like how you feel about somebody, and that's just my opinion in a relationship. Valentine's Day, the gift giving part, thoughtfulness should really be all around the year. It's no specific day for that. But because it's a specific day on the calendar, it's no girl that don't want to be showered with some type of love, extra affection, some flowers, some candy, some something, right? And like I said, it don't have to be an expensive date. It's thoughtfulness, right? Especially after a long last couple months of spending all your money or whatever, just somebody letting you know that they was thinking of you, and you letting, them thinking of you, you thinking of them. This is a good moment to really, matter of fact, realistically, it's a good moment to sit down and really actually go on a date. Maybe y'all been not dating for the last couple months because of the bills, because of the holiday time. So this is really a good time to say, nah, we going on a date. Let's put everything to the side for a minute and let's go spend Valentine's Day and let's go do this. Let's have a small little getaway, or let's really go to dinner. Let's go to the spa, even if that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a good day to do that. Especially, like I said, even like if you're in a relationship and everybody not making all this money where you can do it all through the year, all the time. But it don't hurt to be thoughtful on Valentine's Day to the person that you either potentially want to deal with or already dealing with, right? So that's my take on it, right? So for me, when I thought about, it was not really a thought either. It was like a long thought. I already was like, you done, you finished, right? I'm like, it's not personal to the extent that you're a bad person. Just what you view, your views and my views ain't gonna work, right? And it's not gonna work for me because I'm not willing to settle down for nobody that don't consider me on Valentine's Day. I'm just not around for that. And yeah, I take the Valentine's Day, the birthday, serious. Christmas, I don't really take that serious. I'm a mom. So for me, Christmas is all about my kids, right? My nieces and nephews. It's for the kids for me. I'm like, Valentine's Day, I'm like, that's that moment where I just want to go on a nice date, laugh, chill, and enjoy myself with the person that I fuck with or I'm dealing with or I'm in a relationship with. So if you're not giving me that, I don't want you. That's it. That's all. So anyway, what's your take on Valentine's Day? Are you one of those guys that be like, well, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day, and all of a sudden you got the history on Valentine's Day. So now you're a scholar at why you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, but you don't have to scholar for nothing else. I don't really like that for you. But if you one of those guys, drop it in the comments. You ain't gotta be shy or shame. And then ladies, again, if you're one of those ladies that be like, I don't really care about Valentine's Day because you've been disappointed, drop that in the comments too. And you could be honest, it's because you've been disappointed. You don't want to get your hopes up high, right? So don't feel no type of way. Like at the end of the day, like I said, I've been going on not solo days. I go on solo days too. That's a whole nother video, right? But for Valentine's Day, I usually go out with my god sister. She not gonna be able to go out this year because she just had a new baby. But usually I go out with my god sister on Valentine's Day, and we go have dinner, and we laugh and we joke and we just enjoy ourselves, right? And both times we went, you see single people, okay? You see people in love, and you see single people with their friends. There's nothing wrong with that. I promise you, it's nothing wrong with that. So if you can do that, you get up and you go, and then you go and meet somebody. Well, you should meet somebody. Go talk. Go talk. Go sit at the bar. Even if you don't drink, you could always order ginger. Because I'll be ordering ginger ale. You could order ginger ale, order you some food or something from the bar, and just sit and relax. Don't sit in the house cooped up, feeling no type of way, looking at your phone. Don't do any of that shit. Let me tell you, the right person going to come into your life, and they're going to spoil the fuck out of you, man or woman. If you're a guy and you feel like you've been through some shit with females, maybe you feel like you overdo it and nobody never appreciates you, right? Because I know men be feeling some type of way too. So a lot of y'all kind of like a little hurt because y'all been through some shit too. Y'all just don't like to talk about it, and you ain't got to be embarrassed about that shit either, because People always going through some shit. Men and women always going through some shit. Men don't talk about it enough. Females are the more vocal with the shit they be dealing with. Guys don't. Let me tell you something. If you don't feel appreciated, if you feel like shit could be better, you need to be making those executive decisions. Let me tell you guys something real fast before I close this video out. And this is for the guys. Let me tell you something. If you don't feel appreciated in the situation you in and you know you could do better, not on no ego shit. Don't let none of these females, I don't care if they online, try to make you guilt trip you into staying with them and the shit ain't right and it don't make you feel right. Go the fuck on. Go on. Move on. And this is not an ego thing, like, because you want to be fucking 10 and 20 females, because let me tell you something. 10 and 20 ain't going to add up to a good one female that you can love on and that will love on you, right? I'm going to tell you that straight up. But you don't need to be somewhere and you're not happy there. That's crazy. I don't give a fuck. Don't let people make you feel like you need to be there. If you don't want to be there, if you feel like you need a little change in your life, you can make changes too. I don't know why when people, I feel like it's a control thing. It could just really be me. But be where you celebrate it. Be where you're not tolerated. You really need to be where you're celebrated. And I'm like, if you, and there's a lot of good guys out here that are dealing with women that are not really that good to them, right? We're not going to pretend that all females is sugar and spice and everything nice, because they're not. They're a lot of spice sometimes. Al caliente. That's how you say it, right? But y'all equally need to be happy too, right? And you got to realize this, and I talk about it in a lot of my videos. If the shit ain't aligning, it shows. It's not something you can fake that shit. Because then you grow resentful and hateful. Then you really wilding, doing crazy shit that you ain't got no business doing. You got to be okay. Delayed is not denied, right? Everybody we meet really do teach us a lesson. This is for the guys. And girls, pick up what I drop down for them too. But this is solely for the guys right now. At the end of the day, we all make really bad decisions. Like in relationships, nobody make the best decisions. Y'all don't make the best decisions at all when it comes to love, right? And things don't work the fuck out. Things don't work. You don't gotta feel guilt tripped to fucking with nobody. Because I know it's a lot of guys that feel a little guilt tripped up, like, damn, I can't leave or some shit like that. Listen, let me tell you something. You only have one life. You only here for a good time and not a long time. Sometimes shit don't work, and that's okay. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say that. You gotta be okay with moving on and saying, listen, this is not gonna work. That's all I'm gonna say. Females the same way. Like, you don't have to feel guilt. I don't know, y'all don't be feeling too damn guilty. But females, if it ain't working, it ain't working. Right? You don't have to have no whole tie to somebody that's is clearly not working for you. That's selfish, right? That's selfish for you and it's selfish for that person if it's the other way around. You gotta let people go. You really do, because everybody's not for you. You picking them. God ain't sending them, right? And then if he is sending them, it's a lesson in there. But if you ain't picking up what he putting down, then you gonna meet somebody else and go through the same thing. When shit ain't working out, you gotta realize that nothing you gonna do gonna change that, right? Things things happen in relationships, right? Because I don't want y'all to get it misconstrued. Things happen in relationships where we grow together. We cry together, we grow together, we get mad together. You know what I'm saying? We figuring shit out together. That's normal shit. But when you going through things and it's the same things and certain shit's not changing and you know this shit ain't working, it's shit that you already know. It's like an inner knowing. Like, this ain't working. No matter what we do, it's not working. It's okay to move on. And I know people feel like, oh, that's just giving up. That's not working on it. And it's just like, some people here for you. Some people are not here for you. Some people is long term. Some people is short term. And you got to be okay with that. It's just like jobs. Some jobs is career jobs, other jobs aren't, right? But we're not here to fix people. We're not here to do that, right? We're here to have it experience. And we ain't experiencing with everybody, so don't get it fucked up. But we here, and while we here having this experience, we're gonna come in counter with people that will work for us, that align with us. And yeah, sometimes we gotta make a little adjustments here and there. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't have to usually make adjustments with who you are as a person, your values, your morals, and what you want to do. Right? Does that make sense? Because somebody you're gonna meet is gonna align perfectly with you like a puzzle piece. It's going, and when you meet that person, you're gonna know why it never worked out with nobody for real. Because that person's gonna connect. And is it gonna be perfect? No. Hell no. But it's gonna flow. It's gonna flow. Right? So just we gotta learn the art of detachment and not feeling like we gotta hold on to people so damn tight. We talk about that a lot on this channel. And the reason why we do that is because we gotta learn that everybody needs to get everybody a minute sometime and be okay with that shit. All right. But anyway, Valentine's Day is coming. It'll be here in a couple days. Okay. Who are you guys taking on a date? Okay. Are you dating? Are you going to be solo dating? I done asked y'all so many questions in this video. You should be in the comments below right now. Anyway, comment and letting me know what's up. I missed y'all. And let me tell y'all something. Let me give y'all some real tea. I'm getting a camera for my car, right? Because y'all know I love working in my car. I don't mind working at home either, but I like working in my car because I be coming up with some gems while I be driving on my way to work, to do Instacart, to go to the grocery store for my kids, to do everything. I be coming up with gems, and my phone will be giving quality. Y'all know that phone will be giving quality. This going to be the best video y'all got up there, right? Unless I think I recorded another video up here too. But listen, we on. I'm going to see you guys soon, and I love y'all. Make sure y'all comment below and tell me how y'all Valentine's Day went, okay?